And of course, the superstar of gymnastics, Simone Biles.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for Simone Biles' career moments so far, exploring her stunning successes both in and away from gymnastics competitions that turned her into a US legend.
The hashtag on that Instagram from years ago was brave about you, because it's what you've always been, but I think that this just brought it so into focus.
Number 10. Age is just a number.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but at 27 years old, you are the oldest female American gymnast since the 1950s to head to the Olympics.
After her performance in the trials, Biles officially booked her place at the 2024 Olympics in Paris, France. With that achievement, she's set to be the oldest United States gymnast since 1952 at the ancient age of 27. The oldest national competitor back then was 35-year-old Marie Hoseley. If Biles manages to take a top position, she'll become the most senior Olympic gold medalist in US history.
But yeah, it is crazy. I'm a lot older. I'm more mature. What was the rest of the question?
Just kind of
See, I'm forgetting.
If she wants to be the oldest in Olympic history to get gold, the iconic gymnast will have to defeat Oscar Swan, who was 64 in 1912. On top of that, if Biles were to take one more medal in Paris, she'd move above Shannon Miller to become the most successful US Olympic gymnast with 8 medals.
I knew I wasn't done after the performances in Tokyo, so just getting back in the gym and working hard and trusting the process with Cecile and Laurent, I knew I'd be back.
Number 9. Dancing with the Stars.
See the girl with the diamonds in the shoes. She walks around like she's got nothing to lose.
After taking a medal haul at the 2016 Olympics, Biles took a break from the rigors of competitive gymnastics. Instead, she co-wrote her autobiography, Courage to Soar: A Body in Motion, A Life in Balance. In 2017, the Ohio-born athlete then signed up for season 24 of Dancing with the Stars. Teaming with professional Sasha Farber, they were immediately one of the favorites to win, and they didn't disappoint as the duo was a big success, scoring consistently high from the judges. As such, it was shocking that they were eliminated in the semi-final, finishing 4th, especially as they had 2 perfect scores from their jive and Roomba. Justice for Biles and Farber.
At times, I think the expectations were a little bit different for each contestant, and it's hard to follow Lori. I feel like they wanted me to pick up where she left off, which is very hard because we're 2 different people, but I had an amazing time on the show, and it was exciting.
Number 8. Promoting ADHD. In 2016, shortly after the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Russian hackers released the medical records of the athletes. The information showed that Biles had tested positive for methylphenidate, aka Ritalin. While this is usually a banned substance, the therapeutic use exemptions allow athletes to take it if they have a medical condition.
I think it's really important to understand here that while it's a banned substance, if you have a therapeutic use and doctor's documentation, there's nothing illegal
and
medically.
She had all the documentation.
Sadly, Biles was unable to make this announcement in her own time. Instead, she was forced to disclose her ADHD diagnosis publicly. On social media, the star gymnast was defiant by saying having the disorder or taking medicine for it was nothing to be ashamed of, and that she's not afraid of people knowing her condition.
This is something that affects about 5, some people say 10% of the population. There is no shame in the ADHD game.
Number 7. Creating gymnastic elements.
This is a tumbling pass that you would see on the floor, and she does it on 4 inches wide.
It's also the hardest dismount in the world, and I'm the only one that does it.
When you reach the pinnacle of your sport, you're able to have moves that you created named after you, such as Johan Cruyff, creating the Cruyff turn. Biles is no exception to this, as she has developed several gymnastic elements, many of which are ridiculously difficult.
I've seen some of my guy friends try it, but they never land it, so they get really upset.
In 2018, she landed a Biles on the vault at the World Championships. Having developed it in 2021, Biles upgraded the element into the Biles 2, a Yurchenko double pike vault at the 2023 World Championships. She became the first woman in history to land this astonishing maneuver. The gymnast also has elements named after her in the balance beam and floor exercise. The latter involved the Biles 2, which was given the highest difficulty rating of J.
Money! Just keep making history, Simone Biles.
Number 6. Using her upbringing to help others.
Representation matters, and me being a former foster kid, we kind of integrated that in so that people could get a deeper look inside of what I hold very near and dear to my heart.
While she has all the success today, Biles' early life was vastly different. Born in 1997, her mother was unable to look after Biles and her 3 siblings due to substance issues. As such, the kids spent some time in foster care and some time out of it.
I just remember like us as kids being so hungry, and then I just remember this cat that would get fed and not like quite us. And so we were taken, and thankfully we actually got to stay in one foster home and we were all together.
By 2000, after discovering what had happened to the children, their grandparents took them in. Eventually, they adopted Biles and her younger sister, while the other siblings were adopted by their grandfather's sister. With that upbringing, Biles has been working with the nonprofit organization Friends of the Children to share her experience. The group helps ambitious kids who face systemic obstacles by teaming them with a mentor to support them on their journey.
And hopefully those kids out there listening get to be like, wow, I can be somebody, and this doesn't have to hold me back. You can still dream big and do amazing things.
Number 5. Record-breaking at the World Championships. Biles is a record-breaking machine. One of her best was at the 2019 World Championships. On top of collecting 5 golds, her medal collection in the competition was increased to a whopping 25. That's the highest number of prizes for any athlete, male or female, at Worlds.
I'm excited with my performances I put out today. Obviously didn't medal in bars, but going into today, slim chance I was gonna medal. I just wanted to hit a good routine, and I did, so I'm proud of the performances.
She defeated Vitaly Zherbo, who had held 23 since 1996. Yet before this astonishing success at Worlds, Biles broke another record at the competition in 2015.
And she's done it! 15.266! Simone Biles is again the world champion.
She took the top prize in the all-around final, becoming the first woman to win it 3 times in a row. That same year, Biles was the first woman in 23 years to win 3 consecutive all-around titles at the US National Championships too.
I don't even think I can wrap my mind around it yet, but hopefully it'll set in soon, and I know what I've done, but it hasn't actually hit me yet.
Number 4, first Olympic gold.
And you know, you want a moment like this to be punctuated by one of your best routines of your life, and that certainly was for Simone.
No highlights of an Olympic athlete would be complete without them reaching a milestone by claiming their first gold. However, Biles broke the mold by not only achieving this, but it was also the top prize.
And we have a feeling that the anthem Simone Biles is about to hear may not be the last time she will stand atop the medal podium here in Rio.
At the 2016 Olympics, as part of the US women's team nicknamed the Final Five, the group destroyed the competition to claim gold in the women's artistic team all around. But Biles wasn't done.
This has been her destiny all along.
She followed this 2 days later with her first solo gold in the women's artistic individual all-around. This rapid ascent has seen her collect 4 golds, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals at the Olympics so far.
I heard America's going crazy.
Oh, we are. We would have a big pizza party. We know you love pizza. We'll have a big pizza party right here in Times Square for you.
Number 3, putting mental health first. From the outside, athletes seem infallible, able to pull off seemingly superhuman feats. Yet underneath all that skill, we often forget they're human.
They're like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm trying to convince myself I'm okay, so I don't need you asking me if I'm okay.
Right.
Because I'm okay. Listen, I'm okay.
We're great.
Like, everything is not okay.
At the 2020 Olympics, which were performed in 2021 due to the pandemic, Biles withdrew during the US's silver-winning women's artistic team all-around event. She stated she made the decision due to struggles with her mental health, the pressure of competing at the Olympics, and experiencing the twisties, also known as the yips.
The best way I could describe it is every day you drive a car If one day you woke up and you had no idea how to drive a car, your legs are going crazy, you have no control over your body, that's kind of how it feels like. You've been doing something for so long and you now no longer have control.
After withdrawing from several other events, Biles did compete in the balance beam, getting a bronze, which meant the world to her since she lost her aunt 2 days before. The sporting world was filled with praise for Biles for putting a spotlight on athletes' mental health.
I feel like it impacts everybody and affects everybody on a daily basis. So if I can be a barrier breaker for that, then I'm going to do it.
Number 2, speaking about assault.
Nelson Mandela once said, there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. It is the power of that statement that compels and empowers me to be here in front of you today.
For 18 years, Larry Nassar was the team doctor for the United States women's national gymnastics team. During that time, he abused his power to assault hundreds of athletes in his care. From 2017 to 2018, Nassar was sentenced for his various heinous crimes in several court cases, essentially being sent to jail for the rest of his life.
I have many defendants come back here and show me the great things they've done in their lives after probation, after parole. I don't find that's possible with you.
Biles courageously spoke publicly about her experience of being assaulted by Nassar. In 2021, she testified to the Senate Judiciary Committee, where she criticized the system as well as the USA Gymnastics and the Olympic and Paralympic Committee for allowing Nassar to get away with his crimes for so long.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, most decorated gymnast in history.
The work that she has put in to get back to this level, I mean, she's arguably better than she was when she left.
In 2023, Biles proved to the world why she's in the running to be considered one of the greatest gymnasts to ever grace the sport professionally. At the World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, she won the top prize in the individual all-around. With that, she became the most decorated gymnast in history with 34 medals in Worlds and Olympics altogether, beating another Vitaly Zherbo record that had stood since 1996.
So I don't know, just being excited, being back out here, competing, having fun, having that pressure again, all the things.
But Biles didn't finish there. She added an additional 3 golds at the same event, taking her outstanding medal collection to 37. At the time of writing, on top of her 7 Olympic medals, Biles has won 23 golds, 4 silvers, and 3 bronzes at Worlds.
It's gold for Simone Biles! 14.533. She takes the all-around title in the style of the champion that she is.
Which other Olympians do you want us to give a similar spotlight to? Michael Phelps, Allison Felix, Katie Ledecky, Jim Thorpe, or someone else? Let us know in the comments.
Normally, the separations between first and second place could be 3/10 or 5/10, and she goes out and wins by 1 or 2 points.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.